Hey guys, today's video is a men's video dealing with narcissistic females. I've probably had in my lifetime, I probably had 20 girlfriends. Probably 10 of them were narcissists. It's so hard to deal with a narcissist because they only really care about themselves. They might pretend to care about you, but really their agenda is for themselves, their family, their friends. They really don't give a shit about other people. Let's call a spade a spade. Here they're telling you they're your friend. They're telling you, you're my best friend, you're my boyfriend, you're my husband. And then they do crazy shit on the side. I'm not going to use specific examples of my relationship, so I'm going to make this mostly a blanket video where it's just talking about all narcissists. A narcissist is purely self-focused, guys. They're not thinking about other people. They're not thinking about how their behavior affects other people. They really don't give a shit. As long as their needs are met, that's all they care about. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to constantly put you down. It's narcissistic abuse, guys. Put downs, hurtful words. They're going to use any of your past mistakes against you to throw in your face. They're going to seriously try to push you over the edge with the words they use, constantly saying hurtful things to you. They use reactive abuse where they'll push your buttons and they'll just keep poking, say super hurtful words. And then when you get upset and, let's say you've been taking their verbal abuse for an hour and then you get mad, maybe you start raising your voice, they'll start recording you. That's reactive abuse, guys. They're pushing your buttons on purpose to get a reaction. That way they can use it against you. Like my last relationship. Never laid a finger on my ex-girlfriend, ever. Never laid a finger on her. And one thing she told me recently is she's trying to get into some sort of shelter. So her counselor told her to start recording us when we argue. She's just manipulating to get into some sort of shelter with her kids, guys. So she's going to record me. In fact, I had to leave the house this morning because she was recording me. That's abuse, guys. That's narcissistic abuse. Recording your partner, recording your boyfriend, husband, friend, that's abuse. Especially when you're the one that's pushing their buttons, purposely pushing their buttons to get a reaction to then claim to be a victim. Women do this all the time. It's like I said, I've said in past videos, it's hard for me to want to have friends because my own friends turn against me. So it's super hard to want to be around people. It's so hard to deal with these narcissistic females because they don't give a shit about us. They don't. So put downs, hurtful words, smear campaigns. They run smear campaigns all the time. Like my last relationship, she's constantly going down to the counselor, running my name into the ground, calling the Department of Human Services, running my name into the ground, even though I've been nothing but wonderful to this person. Bent over backwards for this person, yet she causes trouble for me. And it's all to make herself a victim to get the next supply, whatever the next supply is. Like she told me she was literally recording me, trying to get evidence to get into some sort of shelter. And I've never hurt this person, never once physically abused this person, but she's just trying to make her next move, and so she's willing to throw me under the fucking bus. That's a narcissist. They are willing to throw you under the bus to get their needs met. Narcissists are very exploitative with money. They'll fuck you over to get your money. They'll pull the wool over your eyes to get their money. They often claim to be broke. Maybe they have a couple $100s in the bank, but they're going to tell you they're broke. That way you end up buying their meals. You end up paying for food. You end up buying their children things when they probably have money in the bank they're not telling you about. That's a narcissist. They hide money. They'll have secret bank accounts that you don't even know about to hide money. They let you pay for a lot of stuff when they have money to pay for it. Reactive abuse, like I said, is going to be the top on the list, guys. They use reactive abuse all the time. They're going to push your buttons until you explode, and then they'll record you, send it to the state, send it to their counselor when they're the ones that pushed your buttons. Posting you on Facebook, like my last relationship. I tell my ex-girlfriend all the time, stop putting us on Facebook. Stop putting me on Facebook. I left the house this morning because she was being verbally abusive, recording me. I left the house. She gets right on Facebook and puts me on blast. That's a narcissist, guys. That's narcissistic abuse. It's pure abuse for her to post me publicly on Facebook. is 100% abuse, guys. It is abuse. I've told her so many times, posting me on Facebook is abuse. What does she do? She keeps doing it because they disregard their behavior. They don't care that they're abusing you. They completely disregard it. It goes in one ear and out the other. They don't care if they're abusing you. They don't care. They're going to poke you until you get mad, and then they'll secretly record you, send it to the state, when they're the ones that were pushing your buttons the entire time. False narratives, they make shit up, they get delusional. You know, you'll bring home a bunch of drinks, they'll tell everybody you put something in the drinks, and then they're not doing it. So other mental illnesses can go hand in hand with narcissism, like paranoia. False narratives, false accusations. I don't know how many times I was falsely accused by my ex-girlfriend, but a lot of it was driven by mental illness. You know, they'll call the police on you for no reason. You know, like one time they called the police on me. My ex-girlfriend called the police on me because her daughter had used my phone number to make several Facebook accounts, and then they were accusing me of making a fake Facebook account in her name. It was a complete false accusation. I had to leave the house. I got chased out of the house by this person. They're very hurtful in their words. This person would come out of the house screaming at me in front of the whole neighborhood to publicly embarrass me. One time she got out of my vehicle to publicly embarrass me, yelling at me in front of all these strangers, guys. That's public narcissistic abuse. They're publicly embarrassing you. That's what the Facebook post is. It's public embarrassment. That's abuse. People like me need to start asking myself, why am I putting up with it? Why am I not terminating this relationship? I think I need counseling. I think I need to get into counseling and ask myself, why am I putting up with this abuse? Because it's 100% abuse, guys. What my ex-girlfriend does to me is 100% abuse. Granted, she has a lot of mental health problems, so I try not to get mad at her. She suffers from psychosis, so I try not to get mad at her. She uses my stepkids against me. I'm like a stepdad to them. I have been for like the last 2 years. She uses the stepkids against me, where she won't let them talk to me when we're fighting, or she won't let me see them when we're fighting. That's using the kids as a weapon against me. She'll use the kids as false witnesses, so she'll get her kids to lie to the police for her. That's false accusations. They're just they lie constantly. They're going to tell their counselor lies about you. The state lies about you. Could get you in trouble. You could lose your job over the false accusations. They can get physically assaultive. You know, like my last girlfriend would throw stuff at me, like throw a box of donuts at my face. That's physical assault. Verbal abuse, constantly turning other people against you. She would turn her whole family against me. Her brother would be turned against me. You know, they turn their whole family against you. That's part of the narcissistic abuse, guys. They want to isolate you. They ruin your friendships. It's another thing narcissist females will do. They'll ruin your friendships. You know, a couple weeks ago, one of the McDonald's staff was flirting with me in drive-thru. She gets on Facebook and tells everybody I'm flirting with McDonald's staff. She posted that I was flirting with all kinds of McDonald's staff. She publicly embarrasses me, guys. That's narcissistic abuse. It's 100% abuse, what she's doing to me. So constantly turning other people against you, threats for manipulation. Anytime I would talk about leaving the house, she'd start rattling off my license plate number because she was threatening to call the police on me simply for leaving the house. She talks about putting restraining orders on me. Every time I leave the house, she threatens a restraining order on me. Even though the restraining order won't hurt me one bit, it's going to hurt her, not me, because then I don't have to put up with her shit anymore. She puts a restraining order on me, I don't have to put up with her shit anymore. But she would do that. Every time I would try to leave the house, she'd get right on the phone with me and threaten restraining orders, start rattling off my license plate number. This is abuse, guys. It's 100% abuse what she's doing to me. Call the police on you for zero reason, literally no reason whatsoever. They use the police as a weapon against you. Lying, stealing, like I said, very exploitative with money. They'll claim to be broke just because they want to let you pay for everything. Constantly, cheating behaviors, like letting guys sleep in their bed. I dealt with that last relationship. She let 2 guys sleep in her bed. That's cheating behavior, but she would constantly accuse me of cheating. She told me she didn't sleep with these guys, but she let 2 guys sleep in her bed while we were trying to have a relationship. This is cheating behaviors. Narcissistic women are definitely guilty of cheating behaviors. Please add to the list, guys. In the comment section, please add to the list. Please add to the list of narcissistic abuse that you've gone through. Until next time, guys, you can check out my latest t-shirt in the comment section. I'll leave a link for one of my t-shirts. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to leave comments and add to the list of narcissistic abuse that men are going through. Until next time, guys, thank you so much.